Very much, Your Royal Highnesses, Ministers, colleague, friends. My Swedish colleague and I recently returned from COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh. And, global climate negotiations are vital and essential to save us from the imminent threat of climate change. But we know that that is only going to take us so far. What's really going to make the difference is, the implementation of new technology and innovation from private businesses such as the ones we see here in the audience. And as Minister of International Development of Norway, in charge of Norwegian ODA, the official development assistance money, I know that, important as it is, ODA will only take us this far. What really can make a difference is if we use that money, the ODA money, to leverage private investments. And that is something I know that both my Swedish colleague and I are really looking into, new innovative mechanisms to make sure that the private investments get out there on the ground, because we have no time to waste. And thank you, honourable ministers, for mentioning also the Norwegian pledge on climate finance, on doubling the climate finance. And just let me underline that contributes a whole lot of that pledge contributes to substantial investments in renewable energy and climate adaptation. And you know that climate adaptation to a large extent includes climate-smart food production, which is something that Kenya, the region, and Africa truly needs. I believe that, I see that there's a lot of excellent partnership between Norwegian businesses and Kenyan businesses already. I see when I regularly meet the Norwegian business community, especially small-scale businesses, they are very forward-leaning, very eager to get their technologies and their services out there on the ground. So I see my job as Minister of International to contribute to that scene. And I know that Norwegian companies have a whole lot to contribute on the transition to renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, food production, and environmental technology and digital solutions. And we know, let me just underline energy, because energy is key to mitigation, it's key to adaptation to climate change, and to developing future industries and employment. Because what we need to do is not only make sure that the whole world reaches the green transition, we need to produce a whole lot more food. We have to have everyone on board on that travel, on that journey. Let us see, the climate, this huge challenge of saving the climate. It's also a huge business opportunity.
Indeed, it is.
Thank you.
Indeed, thank you. Minister Fossel, where do you see us going? What inputs do you feel you and other government stakeholders can provide?
Well, Your Royal Highnesses and Honourable Ministers, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's a true privilege for me to stand here today representing the new Swedish government at the opening of this business forum. And thank you for the question. I think my government sees a great potential when it comes to even further strengthening the ties between Sweden and Norway and Kenya. And I know that that is a potential that many Swedish and Norwegian companies also sees a great potential in, and many of them are here today. And Kenya, both as a partner, both when it comes to commercial, financial, and the logistical hub of Eastern Africa, really offers such tremendous possibilities within a very wide range of sectors. I think that's very important to underline. It's not just one or two sectors here. It can be energy, ICT, telecom, infrastructure, the green transition, etc. And these are opportunities that I think Kenya is in many ways seizing already. And I am confident that when in place, the implementation of this economic partnership agreement would be a building block towards economic integration, as well as when it comes to the EAC, but also when it comes to the AFC FTA, the free trade agreement. And I would also like to underline that the importance of the fact that Kenya is already one of the most important trade partners in sub-Saharan Africa for Sweden and for the whole of European Union. And we hope to finalize the EPA negotiations during the Swedish presidency of the European Union from January the 1st next year. And on the importance of good trade partners, Sweden and Kenya have recently entered this memorandum of understanding, which in many ways aims to promoting both trade and investments between our two countries. And we really see a great potential in this field, and I know that Business Sweden, being here today, is very instrumental in reaching this goal, and their strong presence here in Kenya, I think, is of high value to us. And the Swedish government, we of course support Kenya's ambition to transform Kenya into a newly industrializing, middle-income country, providing this high quality of life to all people in Kenya, and also with a very clean and secure environment. And I think both Norway and Sweden can really be a partner here when it comes to handling all these challenges. Kenya's strong market, the growing middle class, in combination with large investments made of infrastructure and green transition, has really created a lot of opportunities. And we are very committed from the Swedish government to continue working with the Kenyan government in order to further strengthening these business ties. And I hope and I believe that we, from the Swedish perspective, are very well positioned to continue working with this. We have here today great examples such as AstraZeneca when it comes to the development of vaccines for COVID. We have Elekta here, one of the most advanced cancer care treatment systems in the whole world. I think that really proves the point. We have numerous unicorns in Sweden, some of which are present here today. We have Spotify, we have Klarna, and we also have the backbone of infrastructure from companies such as Ericsson here today. And also being one of the strongest startup hubs in the whole world, I think we have a lot of experience from Sweden here to share. Okay, enough of talking great about Sweden. But I would finally like to mention one important thing, and that is we are currently exploring now within the government how to combine the perspectives of both development cooperation and aid together with trade. I think that's the recipe for future, really, to combine all of these important factors. And I hope that we will be able to create more of synergies between all these important areas, a better toolbox that hopefully can contribute to becoming a even more prosperous future, but also to make it more sustainable in that aspect. So I hope that this business forum and the opening today will serve as a springboard, really, to even deepen our exchange and to build stronger relationships of value creation for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Fosse. As you can hear, great reception to aid and trade and finding the right balance to that. Thank you. Ms. Björn Flaten, where do you see opportunities?
Your Royal Highnesses, Honorable Ministers, dear all, if we are to solve the big challenges of our time, such as climate change, we need to work together. And I'm therefore happy to see so many Norwegian, Sweden and Kenyan companies present here today. International trade and business cooperation allow for the best ideas, technologies and solutions to spread around the world.